Welcome back. In this lesson, we'll learn about string data type in Python. Strings are nothing but it's a series or sequence of characters. For example, if you want to create a variable to store our name, we can use the string data type and then store the name. Now let's see how to create a string variable and we'll find the type of that variable. I'll create a string called as s is equal to. So inside the single quotations or double quotations, you can give the strings. So there is no difference between single quotations and double quotations. You can either give it in the single quotations or double quotations. So I'll give it as Python and I will print the string yes. I'll run. I'm getting the output as Python over here. If I want to find the type of the variable s, I'll say type of s. I'll run. The output is class str. So str stands for string data type. So if I give the word Python in the single quotations, it's going to be the same. So I'll just run and show you. You can see it's same. Next, we'll see how we can give multiple line strings in Python. To create a multiple line strings in Python, we'll be using the triple quotes to create this string. I'll create a string called as mail is equal to. So inside the triple quotations, I'm going to say the context. Let's say I'm going to send a small email to a friend, and then I'm going to write a small message over that. I'll say hi Chad. Hope you're doing good. So with regards, let's consider this is going to be my small email I'm going to send. I'm storing that in the variable mail. Now I'll come and I'll print my variable mail. I'm getting the exact same output what I have declared inside the triple quotes. So the formatting, whatever you are using inside the triple quotes, that will be stored and then we'll get it in the same format. Next, we'll see about the indexing concept in Python. I'll say s is equal to Python. Indexing is nothing but we are giving a unique number to each and every characters in the string. Let's say if you consider here the character P, Y, T, H, O, N. So these are each and every character. For each and every character, we are going to give a unique number. So that is what we call it as index numbers. Always the index number will start from 0. For example, in the string S, if you consider for the character P, the index number is 0. So the main purpose of the indexing concept is to access each and every character from the string. I'll say print s of 0. So here what I'm doing is I'm saying the string name and then followed by the square bracket. So inside that one I'm giving the index number. So which particular index I want to print. I'll run. So I'm getting the output is character P. I'm getting that as the output. Now if I try to print the third index, I'll run. The output is H. At the third index, the character is H. So we can use the index number and then access a particular character from the string. We also have a concept of negative indexing. So if you want to print the negative index, that's from the last character if you want to print, we can use the negative indexing concept. I'll say -1. The positive indexing starts from 0 and then it goes on to n-1. So n is nothing but the total number of characters. Let's say here there are 6 characters in the word Python. There are 6 characters in the word Python. So the index number will be from 0 to n. N is nothing but 6. So 6 minus 1 is 5. So the index number will be 0 to 5. In the negative indexing, it starts from the last character. So like -1 is nothing but for the last character. If I run, I'm getting the output as n. That means the last character is -1 is the last character. Similarly, it goes from -1 to the -n. Nothing but -6. So if I say -6, I'll run. So the first character we are getting, that's P. So this is how the negative indexing will work. Now let's see about the slicing concept. Slicing is nothing but we are trying to access a small part of the string. So in indexing, we try to access a particular character of the string. In slicing, like we are cutting the string into some small slice. We are trying to take a small part of the string. Syntax to get the slicing is, we'll first say the starting index colon ending index. Let's say I will say 1 colon 4. So from first index to fourth index, I want to print. I'll execute this one. I'm getting the output as YTH. So if you see, Y is nothing but the first index, T is the second index, H is the third index. But you can see we have given till 4. That means in the fourth index, we have the character O. But in the output, we are not getting the character O. You always need to remember while doing the slicing operation, so whatever the ending index we are going to give, that will not get included in the output. So it's something very, very important you need to know. So the starting index will be included, but whereas the ending index will not be included in the output. So this is how we do slicing operation. So let me do one more slicing operation. So let's say I want to slice the word pi, py. I'll say 0 colon. So py is nothing but 0. There's the first index and the second index. So I'll give till 2. I'll run. The output is we're getting py. So this is how we'll do the slicing operation. So there is one more way also we can do the slicing operation. So if you want to print the string from the starting, if you want to slice, you don't need to give the starting index itself. So 0 colon 2, and then just we are not giving any starting index, and then if you give colon 2, both are the same. So if I run, you can see I'm getting py. So this is also one way how you can do it. Similarly, if you want from a particular index to the ending of the string, if you want, let's consider from fourth index to the ending of the string I want. I'll run. So I'm getting it as on. So fourth index is O, and then the last index is N, right? So I'm getting on in the output. So from the fourth index to the end of the string, how many ever characters are there, that will get printed. So these are also some of the ways how you can do slicing operation in strings. Next, let's see about concatenation of strings. Concatenation is nothing but adding up the strings is called as concatenation. So I'm going to create another one string called as S1, and then I'm going to store the word programming inside this string. Let's say I want to add these two words together. That's nothing but these two strings together. I'll say S plus S1. I'll run. I'm getting the output as Python programming as the output. Here you can see there is no space between the word Python and programming. If you want to add a space, what we can do is, while concatenating these two strings, I can just give after the plus, inside the double quotations, I'll just give a space and then I'll add. So this is nothing but this is also a string which just contains one space. Now when I run, you can see we have the space between Python and programming. So here to do the concatenation, we are using the addition operator. The plus operator is used to do the concatenation of strings. Next, we'll see about repetition of strings. So repetition is nothing but we are going to repeat a certain string multiple times. Let's consider S multiplied by 3. Here I am using the multiplication operator, that's the asterisk symbol over here. I'll run. The output is Python, Python, Python. So 3 times it's getting repeated. So whenever you want to repeat a string multiple times, you can use the repetition and then do it. Next, let's see how we can find the length of the string. So there is an inbuilt method to find the length of the string that's called as len. So we'll say len, and then inside that we'll say what variable we need to find. So we'll give the variable name over there. I'll say yes. I'll run. So it gives me how many characters are there inside the string. The character is 6 characters are there inside the string. Now let me create another one string called as S2, and then I'll store hello world inside the string. I'll come and find the length of the hello world. So that's S2 string. I'll run. I'm getting the output as 11. So if you see hello, so there are totally 5 characters, and in the world there are 5 characters. So there should be, you can think that the output should be 10, but the output is 11 because even a space is given an index and then it is also considered for the length. So that's why the output is 11. So you need to be very careful whenever you're going to give space inside the string, an index number is allocated for that. So there's something very important thing which you need to note in the strings concept. Now let's see how we can delete a string. So we have created the string S2. Now if I want to delete that string, what I can do is I will say del and then I will say S2. So what it will do is it will delete that string from the memory itself. So I will run. So we are not getting any output. So after deleting the string, let me try to print the string S2 because we know that after deleting the string S2 will not exist in the memory. So I'm just trying to print and then check whether it's there or not. I'll run. See, I'm getting an error called as S2 is not defined. This is how we can delete a string from the memory. Now we'll learn about membership operators in Python. So there are two membership operators. One is in and not in. So these are the two membership operators. First of all, we will understand what is the purpose of the membership operator. So by the name itself, it says membership. That means, so the purpose of this one is that whether it is a member or not. So to find that, we are going to use this membership operator. Let's say we want to check whether a particular word or a particular character is present inside the string S or not. Let's consider whether I want to check whether the character P is present inside the string or not. So I'll say the character P in S. So what I'm doing is I'm giving the character inside the double quotations or single quotations. You can give the character, and then I'm using the in operator. So I'm checking whether that is present inside the string S. So I'm giving the variable name. So now when I run, I'm getting the answer as true. So always the output will be in Boolean, that's true or false. Since it's a condition, like we are checking a condition whether it is present or not. So that's why we are getting the output as true or false. Now I'm getting the answer as true because the character P is present inside the string. So if I give the word run is present inside the string yes, I'm getting that as false because it's not present, right? So that's why I'm getting it as false. The same way, not in is just the vice versa of the in operator. So if I say not in S, so there we checked whether it is present, but in not in we are checking whether it is not present inside the string. So when I run, I'm getting it as true because the word run is not present inside the string S. So that's why we are getting it as true. So these are the two membership operator. It is mainly used to check whether a particular small part of the string or a character is present inside the string or not. Next, we learn about some string methods. So string methods are nothing but these are some inbuilt functions which can be used with strings. There are multiple string methods. I'll teach you some important string methods which is very useful. So if you want to make your string completely into uppercase, you can use the upper string method and then convert your string to uppercase. So I'll say the string name dot upper and open and close the brackets. So what this will do is it will completely make my string S into uppercase. I'll run. The output is, you can see all the characters are converted into uppercase. So this is the upper method. So the next is we learn about the lower method. So this is used to convert our complete string into lowercase. So here you can see the first character is in uppercase and the rest are all in the lowercase. So when I run, all the characters are completely converted into lowercase. Next, I'll create a new variable called as name and then store the name Abhishek inside that variable. Now you can see that the first character of a name should always be uppercase, right? So here we can use a method called as capitalize to convert the first character into uppercase. I'll say name dot capitalize. I'll run. So you can see the first character has been changed from lowercase to uppercase. So this is how we can capitalize the first character in the string. These are some of the string methods which you can use with the string data type. Practice question. So given the string s is equal to Python programming for beginners, perform the following task. So you are given 8 different tasks, and then you need to perform each and every task one after the other and then print the result. Solution. So we'll first create the string s is equal to, and then we'll create the string Python programming for beginners. Now, the first question is print the 4th character using indexing. So the 4th character we need to print. I'll say print s of the 4th character. 4th character means it will be 3rd index, right? Because so pyth. So h is the 4th character, but the index number starts with 0. So it will be 3rd index. I'll run. I'm getting the output as h. Okay, so this is the answer for the first question. The next question is slice and print the substring programming. So I want to print the word programming from the main string s. So to do this one, we know that there are totally 6 characters in Python word. So the end index will be 5, right? Because from 0 to 5, and then the 6th character is nothing but the space from the 7th character we need to print it. So I'll say 7 colon, and then we have 8, 9, like this, so on till 18 I will run. So I'm getting the complete word programming. So third question is concatenate the string welcome to with the original string s. So I want to concatenate. So I'll say so welcome to, and give a space, and then add with the string s. I'll run. So I'm getting welcome to Python programming for beginners. So this is the output. So next is repeat the string Python 3 times. I need to slice the string. After that, I need to repeat that string for 3 times. So I'll say s of from the starting index 0 to 6 I will give. I'll just print this. So you can see I'm getting the word Python over here. So I will multiply that with 3 times. So I'm just doing the repetition. So the output is I'm getting Python for 3 times over here. The fifth question is check if the character A is in the string s and then print the result. So here I need to use the membership operator because I need to check whether the character A is present inside the string. So inside the double quotations, I'll say A in s. I'll give, when I run, I'm getting the output as true because the character A is present, right? So in programming, it is present. So that's why the output is true over here. The next question is to convert the entire string into uppercase. So if we want to convert the entire string into uppercase, I'll say s dot upper. I'll open and close the brackets. I'll run. So completely the string has got converted into uppercase. Seventh question is to find the length of the string. So I'll say len of s. I'll run. So the output is 32. So there are totally 32 characters in this string. The last question is to capitalize the first letter of the string. S dot capitalize. I'll run. So we can see the output is Python programming for beginners. So previously in a string you can see all the first characters of the word like Python programming and then beginners were uppercase. But here only the first character has become uppercase and then rest remaining all has been converted into lowercase. So this is what the capitalize method will do. So this is the solution to this question.